Hi there, this is Annis with Crafty Creations by Annis. This video is part of a series of classes that I taught for the May Kiwi Lane Club Kit, Squeeze a Day. There is a series of 4 videos, the first being a video showing tracing out all the templates and all the tracing for cutting for all 3 layouts. Second video is one 2-page layout. The third video is a second 2-page layout, and the third video is the third 2-page layout. All the links for the other videos will be below to help you follow and find the other ones as needed, and I just hope you enjoy it. I appreciate every single one of you that came to my classes. I did try to keep some of their documentary in it also, so I'm just not talking to myself. I did have to cut out some for privacy and just things like that. I did cut some, so you'll notice some parts of my sentences are cut out. I apologize for that. This is actually my first Zoom class, official Zoom class. I've done one for a very small group of friends previously, so this is my first official Zoom class. It was a lot of fun to do, so I did this series of classes, and it was just a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody that came out and signed up to support me and for purchasing the All Access Pass, and it was a lot of fun. So with a permission, I've kept my friend Joyce in this video. She asked great questions and interacted that I felt would be helpful as you're doing this at home. So with her permission, I've kept her in, and some of the parts she'll laugh at herself. She says that she has a hard time with these, but she is such a good scrapbooker. But she's funny. She's got a great sense of humor, and she's a good sport. So she has allowed me to keep her in this video. So I hope you just enjoy our banter, and she's just a good sport. So I appreciate that she allowed me to keep her in the video. And there was a couple other people that as it was actually without video, I was able to, without their faces and such, I was able to keep it in there, which again, I hope you enjoy, that you could actually kind of hear backwards and forwards their questions and comments, because I feel it helps with you kind of knowing what's going on when you're doing the pages. So enjoy the videos. If you have any questions, please put the questions right in the bottom of the YouTube comments for this particular video. That way I can answer you right there. But if you're asking that question, guaranteed somebody else is thinking the same thing. So if I can answer it right there, then hopefully that will answer it for somebody else that comes across that same situation. So enjoy the videos, and I am working on more upcoming classes, so be sure to jump onto my Facebook page, Crafty Creations by Annis, to see upcoming classes. And again, thank you so much for all your support, and for being a good sport and signing up for my first classes, and just enjoy the video. Our first layout is going to be our happy layout. So you see the striped paper that we did. Let me zoom out for this so we can see both. Oops, wrong direction. So that paper that we did, the stripes, and I said we're going to use the whole thing, is on this layout. So you want to grab that yellow striped and green jacks paper. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and just cut that one out first, because if not, I'm going to lose everybody else. Go ahead and cut that one out, and then I'll tell you guys what to cut next after that. So go ahead and cut out all your stripes. You're going to use the entire sheet.
And so medium.
Yeah, because they grab the paper, I really find that I don't need any other scissor, even if it's tiny detail work. Yeah, I just really like these scissors. I'm addicted to them. But everybody, has their comfort. But some people find the handles are too big. I'm addicted to them. Paper, we are not going, well, I didn't ink it. You can ink it if you want. I didn't ink it because I find the paper is really just, I love the lightness of the colors. So I didn't ink that. So depending on, once I laid it out, if I had any pencil lines I really felt were kind of ugly, then I erased them. But I did ink my clusters. So like where we actually did the decorations, I did ink those. But on this paper, I just felt it kind of made it look dirty. But it's completely up to you. If you have different colors, if you have like a blue ink, you could obviously use it like aqua blue. But to me, I just felt the brown with all these light colors kind of made it look a little dirty.
And this is that your scissors we're hearing?
Yes, it is. Isn't that fabulous? It's such a satisfying sound.
You're so fast.
Oh, I'm fast? Oh.
Yes.
Speedy.
Yeah, cut under here so then you can actually see. They are very noisy. But it's kind of satisfying. But yeah, if you kind of keep your scissors straight and just turn your paper as you're cutting, it kind of goes quicker. Once you come to that, you're going to do out of your lemon paper, you want your flower and the jug that we did right next to the banners. So the very first jug that we traced with the handle on the right is the one we're going to take out. So again, no rush. I just want people to kind of know ahead of time what they're looking for. You're going to do your flower and the jug with the handle to the right. When people go to cut out the lemons, and again, I don't want people to rush. I just want to I'll explain it 5 times, 10 times, however many times you need to say it. I just don't want the first person to not have it, what they need. When we cut out our lemons, we're going to cut, actually, you want to make sure they're away so you can actually work with it. Don't try and even do it while it's attached to the sheet. All right, so you want to cut about halfway between the chalk line and our pencil line. Now, of course, doing it this way, it's even harder to cut a circle because circles aren't hard enough. And now I'm telling you to cut between, not even on a line exists, right? But a lemon is not perfect. If you look at your lemon rind and the inside of the lemon, it wouldn't be perfect. It wouldn't be a perfect circle. It comes in a little bit, out a little bit. So do not worry. You just want to come about halfway because we're going to put a low. See how they're going to be edged?
Yes.
So they don't have to be perfect, but you just want to make sure that they're a little smaller. If not, we won't see our yellow. Your black, you're going to do 1 banner, all your 3 lemons, and also that kind of bracket citrus piece that we traced. So all you have left on your black is 2 banners and a place to do a photo mat and a bit. cut the banner, I find the easiest way, obviously, same thing. I start with that top edge and get that just that basic shape out. But then I'll literally do the long inserts first, all at the same time, because then I'm not changing my hand position over and over again. If you keep going all the way down, doing the long ones, you kind of already have that motion going. If you're going from long to short, you're constantly rearranging and it gets very fiddly. If you stay with your inside ones, you kind of keep the same motion, a lot less work for you. Then I go back to the beginning and I just do the same thing with the small ones.
So we should have one picture and the flower from the lemon paper.
Correct.
And from the black, 3 slices, the citrus 2, and 1 banner.
Correct. And the next paper you want is the yellow lemon with the blue scallops on the back. And from that, we need, it's actually the easiest way to do this one is to actually cut the border all the way along and get that off of there. We're not going to use it, but it kind of helps us free up all the pieces. We'll use that later on. How many lemons from here? 1, 2. So from here, we want 3 of our lemon circles and 2 of our actual lemon shapes.
3 lemon circles, 2 lemon shapes.
You got it. And then we're not going to cut out the pinwheels right now or the celebrate. So we'll still have the pinwheels on there. We'll still have a lemon, a circle. So all these are going to go for later.
Go ahead. We're trying.
We're trying? Oh, sweet. I got presents. Aww. Well, I got presents. So you can't watch the camera. I got flowers and chocolate. Aw. Thank you, sweetie pie. It's beautiful. Can you some water for me? Thank you. I'll keep the M&Ms right here, but the roses just put your flower and water for me. Aw. My daughter just got home from work and brought me flowers and candy. How cute. Don't throw your scrap away. When you cut out when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We then want to use the scrap to actually trace out the top of your little lemon. We're going to give our lemon tops some green. If you notice, the backside is green. And then we only need 3 lemon tops, but keep the scrap because a few people at the last class wanted to add a few more lemon tops. They like the lemon tops, so keep the scrap in case you do want more lemon tops.
We need 3 lemon tops, not just 1.
We need 3. Yeah, we're going to use another one on a different layout, but yeah, you need 3. So I will start laying this out so you guys can have an idea of what goes where and what else you're going to need.
Is this a 1 page or 2?
2 pages. They're all 2 pages, but we will kind of focus on one side and the other. But with laying out that striped paper, we kind of have to do both pages to get all those pieces out. And then we'll focus on one side and then the other. So 3 circles and 2 lemons. And then you should trace out 3 lemon tops And you only want to cut out 2 because they're going to go on the 2 that we're going to use, and you should still have 1 on your paper for later. Again, if you cut that out, you're going to have to trace and cut another one because you never find it. Leave it there. Once I have it laid out, because some of them are the green side, some of them are the yellow side. So once I have it laid out, I kind of saw if there was any that had pencil edges that I really just had to get out of there. Okay. This whole bottom left, we pretty much have covered up with embellishments, and also this right side. So really it's, you know, you don't have to worry about really, it's just if you have a really thick pencil line somewhere, but like over here, I have some really kind of dark ones. I'm gonna, you have to worry about.
The big fat one is yellow?
Yes. All the points are in the same direction going along the top. The only one that is different is on the fat one on the bottom. You'll notice it has an extra nub. All the ones across the top, the green and the yellow, face in the same direction in a pattern going all the way across. So you just keep flipping your pieces around until you'll have your yellow stripe, a green, then your really thick one, and then laying on that one, you'll have a green, and then on your right side, green, your double wide with a yellow on it. And again, I didn't ink them, but it's completely however you like your page to be. So I'm just going to lay everything out. So let's see, how do we do? Still need, I did, if you have a corner rounder, if you don't worry too much. We are going to use this blue Hey Gorgeous. It's a square 4x4 square in your mats and titles package. I did corner round it again just because I feel like this is such a soft colored page. I did get rid of some of the harsh edges, but if you don't worry too much. Actually, I corner around all 4 of them, but 2 of them are tucked under. I tucked this under one side, and on the other side, I'll hold it up close to the camera for you. So under my right edge, I actually have it tucked under. But then what I actually did is to adhere it, when I go to stick everything down, I actually put a couple of pop dots on that left side, so it kind of had a little bit of motion to it. So this side is just adhesive, just stuck under there. And then just a couple of pop dots, so it actually kind of had a little bit of motion. On my page, my drops do happen to go in this direction that I have it placed right now, but not by any purpose. It really doesn't matter whether they go up, down, left, right. It just so happened that I have them in the same direction right now. But there really was no reason. If you like to follow the same direction of your stripes, you can turn it the other way. With your circles and your lemon segments, you are going to cut them in half. So I just use scissors, but you use your trimmer, whatever's easier for you. And with the lemons, I just fold it in half because I didn't want to pull my trimmer out. I just fold it in half and then scissor cut it.
Shouldn't we glue them first and then cut them in half?
No, because once you cut them, then you can see how much space you want.
Oh, you want the whole thing
move it all the way
centered?
to the edge so that you have a nice clean, because you're using half of it, so then you can have a nice clean edge. Now I did ink, again, once it's on there, you don't even have to worry really about the flat edge, but I did ink those lemons. But right now I'm just kind of laying everything out. I think it's easier to lay it all out and ink it once it's all laid out and you kind of see exactly what you want to ink, what you have, and what you need to stick down. And then everyone can continue to kind of go at their own pace. They'll end up with half a lemon left for a different layout. So when you end up with a half left and you think you forgot something, you didn't. We are going to use this, the porch bucket list that I made you trace that crazy line around. When you go to cut it out, cut through that double line at the top, because when we go to the page that we're putting that on, we're going to cover that up with a pinwheel. So cut through that so that you can get to the inside. We're only using the inside right now. So I would leave that outside and cut it out later when we use it. Just so it's easier to get to it, cut through it at the top. One thing you're going to do with your chalk pen too. Again, there's no rush. I'm just trying to show you guys so when you get to that point, you kind of have it, and I'll go over it again if you need me to, not a problem. This square piece, we're going to use our chalk pen and kind of do stitching around it. This is something I also think looks terrible until it's done and down on the paper. I always think my lines are uneven. They look like spots and not dashes. There's big holes, small holes. Yep, I criticize myself on it all. But then it's done and I'm like, oh, it looks much better than a black square just sitting there. So you're just going to go all the way around the edge with your chalk pen and just create. You really can't see on this camera these little dashes. Little dashes. So maybe because I have mine on tiny, maybe if I actually blew it up, I'd be able to see. Maybe you can see it better than I can. No, we still can't see it. Oh, there you go. Again, you can always come back and do the little details later. But I'm just laying it out just so you can see and so what you have to do. And again, I'll go over it and over it, top corner. And then my jug, when I can find it, this blue one, which I have lost. Down in the bottom left corner, I'm going to use one of those photo mats. Again, no rush, you can get it later on. I just want to explain what it is. This piece down in the bottom left is one of those 6x6 pieces. Remember we cut the 4x12 into 2 pieces to 6x4? That's one of those pieces. So later on, I'll show you again. I'm just laying it out so everybody has it here. Tired jug lost somewhere. I do not know it. I have to steal it from another layout. I have no idea where it went.
You look on the floor.
Yeah. Probably stuck to one of the dogs. They probably left the room with it. We're also going to use this journal card. It's got a little lemon. It's got all the striped colors at the top, and it's like lemon jacks on the back. So this journal card is 3x4. So I make a black photo mat out of that extra corner. I made it 3.5 by 4.5, which is kind of a big mat, but I feel like we have so much going on. It comes down in this corner. I feel like we have so much going on that it kind of causes a little bit of separation. And then again, I did use a corner rounder. Oh my God. So you have plenty of black extra to play with. But it comes in here and it has a lot on it, so I figured. All right. That is everything other than the letters, which we'll do at the very, very end, which would go on your banner. Now, on all the banners, when I go to stick the banners down, I stick it with adhesive, but then I'll grab a couple of them and just stick a foam dart under it. Now, when you stick your banner down too, you can turn it upside down so that you can't see your pencil line. You don't have to worry about that. You just put it upside down. But I just put like a foam dart under like 2 of them. Again, just to cause a little bit of motion. I didn't do it on all of them. I just stuck it and then lifted like 2 and put a foam dart so it had a little bit of motion. But that is everything. So again, I did not ink our background strips. I did ink our lemons. Like where I have a cluster, I felt like you needed the inking because it was paper on paper, so you still needed kind of that depth and separation. So our cluster here, I did ink everything, and this I did ink and the lemons. So other than that, I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and start inking mine. If you have any more questions about where you're at and what you're cutting, what you need, just let me know. I'm just going to start inking. I stick the green top down to the lemon before I ink it so that I'm not inking everything over and over and over again.
Janice, what color ink are you using to ink all of that?
I have the vintage photo, the Tim Holtz brown vintage photo archival.
Yeah.
It's like the distressing
Yeah.
ink, so it's like a dry. Yeah. Who's on here has tried to broaden my horizons and has uses colored ones, and it looks great. But I feel like when you use a color, it like enhances and embellishes your page, whereas the brown just gives you a depth rather than actually enhancing it. So I think it's a completely different look. So she has tried to broaden my horizons.
I'm actually using peeled paint and fossilized amber.
See?
Yeah,
There's always one in the bunch.
I would use
And it
it.
looks cute. But yeah, if you pop the black up, it really has, you know, I think it's really cute when you pop the black center up.
Yeah.
Just literally sleep under my feet here. So like anything that goes under the desk falls on them.
Don't like it, move.
Exactly. On this left side, on this cluster, I did pop up the jug too. I have the flowers flush, the journaling mats flush. I did pop up the lemon jug and the lemon. Eventually, you know, it's eventually you have to make that decision of what, you know, that quality of life, but you have to be ready. No one can get you there. You've got to be at the point that you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Go. You mean like die?
No, just to you know, overcome the fear of it all.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
and just
Yeah,
to you can't force it. You really can't. People have to be just at their own time. Some people are just, you know, really just very fearful of it. Wow.
Honest,
Yes.
what size is that piece that looks like tiles?
The piece
This
that
is the one that we cut in half. So it was originally a 4-inch strip and we cut it at 6 inches. So it should be 4 by 6. You should have 2 of them.
Okay.
And what size was your black matting again for the journaling card?
4.5 by, I'm sorry, yeah, 4.5 by 3.5. So yeah, so that part, like that's what I'm doing right now. So I actually, on the right side, just put adhesive on it, and on the left side, I'm actually going to put some pop dots so that it actually has
Oh,
some
I'm,
motion. And then for cutting it,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
you want to cut through the top
okay.
and then cut the inside layer out. And this one we'll use later, so don't cut that yet. But you can cut through that top point to be able to access it. And then on the porch corner, I pop dotted. I didn't pop dot the black. I did pop dot the lemon, and I pop dotted these.
This is
I only just really got to know these girls. I say I just really, COVID and has got me to meet new people, and I like that.
Yeah.
And certain customers that I had that I didn't really know that well because they were just kind of online people that I really never got the chance to actually interact with. So now doing Zoom and online stuff, you actually get to know them, which I like. A lot of the conversation is now muted, so I wanted to let you know that the jug on the right is pop dotted. The lemon underneath is not. The one on top is. The top blue card, it says "Hey Gorgeous," is not pop dotted, but the porch bucket list is. And on the left hand side, the flower and the journaling card are not pop dotted. Everything else around it is. So I tried to just cause those different layers, pop dotting some and having the rest sit flat. I hope you really enjoyed this layout, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you with anything that you didn't get answered throughout the video. And I just hope you love the colors and just love these layouts as much as I did.